Hey guys, at Nor, that my face is very shiny right now. For once, my hair is not a complete mess. I say that because usually my hair is a hot mess because I don't like brushing my hair or really doing anything with it. And I would do my skincare routine and I would I'm just gonna make it look a little bit more decent. Not like brush it or anything. Just I'm gonna take my 2 bobby pins out, my squad hair clips, my hair tie, and my 2 hair scrunchies. Well, one's not mine, one is Bella's, but it's okay, I have permission to use it. And ignore that sound, Sam's in here. So I took that out, and then I just redid my ponytail, and then put the hair scrunchies back in. I use it to first up it looks fun and I like it, and it covers up the hair tie, so and I put my squat hair clip back in the bobby, and there's one little piece that's not 100% cooperating, but that's okay. But I'm very excited about something, because multiple things. Number one, my birthday planned out, squad tour, and I'm very excited about that. And right now my skin is kind of shiny, and that is because when I use my Petite and Pretty skincare set, at the first few minutes my face is just kind of shiny. And then it turns into a natural glow, and I love it so much. It's gotten to the point where when I skip a week, which I haven't really done because I started to one time, and when I skip a week, my skin gets really annoyed. And it becomes pimply, and it decides not to work. It's nope. But when I use it once a week, my skin's happy, and it keeps my skin good. And it takes care of the pimple problem. Also, something that I've been adding for the past few weeks is on top of skincare. I've been using the Petite and Pretty Eclair mascara and brow gel. I just put a little bit on my lashes and on my eyebrows, and it keeps them looking good. But also, I feel it keeps them looking good. Also, I feel it doesn't. I just what it does. It just keeps them looking good, and I feel it just looks better, for the rest of the week. And stuff. I love Petite and Pretty Day. And once a week, I do a thing that I call Petite and Pretty Day, where I pull out the skincare set, and I wipe my face down with it's essentially a makeup wipe, and then I do all my skincare stuff, and I use my clear mascara and brow gel, and it's a lot of fun. But the other thing I'm excited about is something that I have been waiting pretty much since I started dancing and stuff. To be able, here's the thing. In our family, and sometimes I teach this little girl in our family dance. I teach her some stuff. She's extremely talented. She's definitely not perfect, but no dancer is, and that's something that I'm trying to get over, because I realize that dance. Here's the thing. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to myself. And I'm trying to get over that, and that's not easy to get over, because I like being hard on myself. I like freaking out on myself every time I mess up in dance or make one mistake. That's just kind of me, and it's something that I'm trying to get over, because I'm realizing more and more dance isn't about being perfect. Because you can nail a routine and nail it perfectly and clean. But so can thousands of other dancers. So it's not about being perfect, it's what you make of it. And that sort of thing. And so I'm like trying not to be a perfectionist with myself. And that's very, very hard. Because when I start dancing or I get into like dance class, a part of my brain just kicks in and I just start like going into like being perfectionist, but something that like no dancer is perfect, and that's fine. And I will say she's extremely talented. I'm very excited that I get to I kind of in a way help out with like that because of the fact that she's at an age to where like nobody's making her dance. Like nobody's making her do something that I know of. Like for them something that could be the rest of her life. Like I'm saying with like dance or something like I'm saying with something like that. Like dance or gymnastics. Like I don't think anyone is like making her like figure out her entire life. I'm at like a very young age. Also, I do not know how old she is. I kind of I just never found out, but I know she's very young. But I love that she kind of has it made out in a good way because she gets to experience dance and actually be taught the actual terms of things and taught properly. Really definitely not professional teacher because I'm not a professional teacher. And no, I do not get paid for this. It's just something I love to do so much. I just love it's something that I love to do, and I love helping other people find their thing in dance and helping find their thing that makes them explode in a good way. Because in dance, if you find your thing, you can explode in a good way, almost like a fireworks show. It's like an explosion, but it's also a good explosion, it can be a lot of fun. And yes, like a fireworks show, it can be loud. Because movements, if you do it, you really click into what you love, and you really figure it out, your dancing can be the loudest noise of all. Even though there's no actual noise, it screams louder, than any noise sometimes. And so I love helping people with that, and it's just something that it's not official there's set days that I teach her or anything. It's just kind of she comes her, sometimes when she's over here or something, I get to kind of teach her a little bit, and it's fun. I love it so much. But something that I have been doing is I've been not doing hip hop with her or something like that because I'm working on the basics. Some of it was not basics, but that was more because I was messing around because when am I not dancing, that's kind of rare. When I'm up and I'm not sitting around watching YouTube or TikTok, or filming. And I'm usually up dancing and stuff. And so I was doing the really advanced jump. Well, two things. And there were two different things. And I was doing something more advanced both times. Very advanced stuff that I started doing this year. Well, last year I mean. And really, really challenging advanced work, and she saw me doing it and wanted to know how to do it, and me being me, it's a way to get her, I knew she wasn't gonna be perfect at it, considering it's stuff that I have pretty much been dancing for not hardcore, but I've been self-teaching myself, and also dance classes for like, I want to say like this is going on year, like, let me do math. Yeah, I want to say this is going on year like 6. And like, she started dance last year, she started really learning about dance last year, I think. So like, it's very advanced work. And like, most of the years I was self-taught, and then some of it was dance class. So I would say about a year and a half of it was like dance classes, and the rest of it was self-taught off of like YouTube videos and stuff. But I knew she wasn't going to be perfect at it. I knew she probably wasn't going to get any of it. She actually surprised me with one thing and actually got it. And then that made me realize, like, oh, I can do some harder stuff with her when it comes to stuff at, like, the ballet bar. Because of one of the things was at the ballet bar, and it was more advanced. It was where I put my leg up on the bar. So, like, I stand there, and then it's almost like, here, I'm going to just show you. Like, I'm going to go over to this guy, if Sam will let me. I don't think he's going to let me. It was... minus. It was pretty much that. It's just minus the, like, grabbing the foot and, like, pulling it closer to me, and also minus the tilt it in, take it out into, like, a side tilt situation. But the beginning of putting my leg up on the bar, that's what it was. And she was able to do it with the lower bar, which makes sense because she's not tall enough to do it with the higher bar. But like, and that was shocking to me because that's something that you have to have some flexibility for. So like, I was really impressed. She got it. But then the other thing is what I call an arabesque jump, because on the fact that it makes sense to me to call it an arabesque jump, and I forgot the technical term for it, but it's a jump. It's kind of like a jump that you land in an arabesque. So it's really cool. She saw me doing it one day, and she wanted to like kind of, like, she wanted to know how to do it. So I tried to show her and stuff, like, and I knew she wasn't going to get it because I don't think she really even knows what an arabesque is, and I don't think she has an arabesque. I'm not sure. We haven't done much flexibility work. Or we did do Froggy one day. Froggy is a position in dance that's great to like work on, and it helps you when you're like splits that come out this way. It's a great like starting point for like it's a great thing, especially for like little kids and stuff. So like lots of potential with her. But the thing is I've been trying to keep things more her level, like kind of more beginner. Or I attempted to teach her a demi-plie. That kind of didn't go good because, well, nothing happened. It's just she kind of wasn't too interested in that, and that's okay. Like, we'll get to the technique in ballet soon, or one day. We'll get to it just now. Like, whatever is keeping her interested, that's what we're going with, kind of. And I know it's, like, not professional, like, 100%. I know a lot about dance, and I feel like I'm really talented, and according to Abby, I am. So, like, that situation, yes, it's not as, like, advanced as, like, Abby teaching her or something, but it still is something. And she kind of lucked out because of the fact that, like, someone in her family, me, like, basically eats, breathes, sleeps, dreams, training to be a pop star. Like, it kind of is something that is all kind of in my head. In, like, a good way. But the thing I'm excited about is, like, I have been really waiting to, like, I just been waiting for, like, someone to get interested in dance in our family, like, that I can, like, do more, like hip-hop, that sort of thing, because I feel like I feel like dance can be life-changing, and the thing is, I feel like for some people, you kind of have to get to a certain age almost to understand it. You have to, like, get to a certain age, and then you have to get, like, a certain type of experience, of, like, really experiencing and that sort of thing. And I'm very excited because Bella is at that age. And today I got to talk to her over the phone, which was a lot of fun. It was a very short or time period, but it was still a lot of fun, and we were kind of running low on things to talk about and stuff. But the thing I'm excited about is, so last year Bella took a ballet class with me by the ALPC, and it was my, like, first, my second ballet class with the ALPC, and it was kind of intermediate, meaning, like, it was overall, like, pretty beginner. It was great for, like, a lot of ages, like, almost any level, like, beginner or advanced, and there's ways to, like, make it, like, harder or easier, you know, and she did a really great job at it, and, like, she did a great job, and she had a little bit of fun, but ballet is not her thing. I don't blame her. Ballet is not really my thing either. I love ballet. Ballet, I feel like, is great for some people, and for me, it's fun. But I love, like, hip-hop and improv way more than I do ballet. I love performing way more. And I love, like, not having, like, set, like, I feel like part of why I love Natalie Means, go follow her on Instagram, why I love her hip-hop class is because there's no set, like, there's not really a ton of set rules. I feel like it's more, like, have fun, more about, like, she really trying to make sure that we're actually learning this stuff, and, like, if we're struggling with something and we let her know, she goes over it with us, you know, and it, like, we actually learn something. But not only that, it's a little more fun. Like, instead of point out, like, instead of giving us 50,000 corrections, and she, like, yes, she gives correction, but she tried to keep it limited, like, not a ton of correction, and more about just having fun, and it's a hip-hop class. I love hip-hop, but also she lets us, like, improv, like, all the time at, like, the beginning, and then we do the combo, and then sometimes we'll, like, I either get a chance to, like, kind of improv the ending, or we'll, like, one week we choreographed our own ending, well, our own 16 counts for the ending. Like, it's always something fun, and she keeps us well hydrated. I say that because, like, with Abby's class, like, her warm-up and stretch class is, like, an hour and 15 minutes, and like, in that hour and 15 minutes, we don't, like, get, like, a break. Like, it's literally one thing after the other, and Natural's class is, like, 45 minutes, and we get, like, 2 or 3 water breaks, so it's, like, different. Hey, Sam. Let me help Sam up here, and then I'll finish telling. It's okay. Come on. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Apparently, Sam wants to take over. You run up there. Here, I'll help you. Okay, you can crawl behind me. He's taking over the couch. And apparently he's gonna lay behind me. And that's okay. But, like, Bella, like, did a ballet class and a warm-up and stretch class. The more, like, basic, like, I feel like they're a little bit more on the boring side, in my opinion, out of, like, everything. Some people love ballet. Like, it's still fun, but I feel like for certain people like me, I'm more of a performer. I'm more upbeat, like, improv, like, hip-hop, like, performing. And you're kind of that person, then sometimes ballet and, like, sometimes ballet can be kind of boring. And warm-up and stretch can also be kind of a little bit on the boring side. But it's still great. I still love it, like, but, like, here's the thing, is that, like, Bella's at an age to where, she's at an age to where I can work, like, she's one that, like, I can tell her, like, she can pay attention to what I'm saying, like, with a littler kid, and it's harder because they kind of are still, like, they're a kid, like, they don't really know better, they sometimes don't take corrections well, sometimes they do, like, it's a little bit harder on a younger kid, I feel like, and it's harder and easier because, in the sense that, like, dance can be a lot for them, but they also have kind of an advantage on the cute factor where they can do like kind of like little kid like cute dances and get away with it as like really advanced stuff for their level. Slash also when they're little and cute, people don't expect as much as they would from like a 16-year-old who's been doing it for 6 years. So, like, it depends. But, like, Bella's at an age to where, like, me and her are, like, best friends, and, like, it kind of just works to where I can kind of, like, give her that experience of, like, teaching her, like, more hip-hop and improv and that sort of thing. And, like, really give her, like, that life-changing experience that, like, I went through. And I say that because when I took my first hip-hop class was with Miranda Nope, not Miranda. I'm getting my teachers mixed up. I meant Melissa. A teacher named Melissa who's very, very talented. And I feel like when I really got to, like, take her class, which was an hour, like, a hip-hop combo, and I got to, like, have a little more fun with it, and I really started experiencing what more, like, hip-hop performing, improv sort of side is. Like, it was life-changing, and to this day, like, every hip-hop class I take, every time I do hip-hop, or improv, it still is life-changing sometimes. And Bella's at an age where I can teach her that. I can give her that sort of thing. And so we were talking over the phone, and after, like, the ballet class, she went like, oh, dance isn't my thing, I guess. And I'm like, well, like, in my head, I'm like, she just hasn't experienced anything other than ballet and warm-up and stretch. And I think we did a couple, like, jumps and turns that day. I can't fully remember. But, like, it wasn't insane amount, but it was, like, fun. And so I'm like, maybe she's more hip-hop improv sort of side. And I told her that today. I'm like, hey, like, next time you come down, like, or next time I see you, like, I'll teach you, like, hip-hop, that sort of thing. I'm saying because I feel like ballet and warm-up and stretch can be kind of boring, and that's what we did. And she was like, okay, like, she got excited over, and I'm like, I'm very excited about that. I don't know when I'm gonna see her, but here's the thing, I don't know when I'm gonna see her, but I know, like, it's gonna be fun, and I'm really excited to, like, teach her that sort of side, because she was very open to the idea, and she hasn't seen the half of it yet. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Today, I just wanted to, like, chat with you. Like, also, for some reason yesterday, at warm-up and stretch class, got to me, like, kind of hard. And I'm used to doing it, like, 2 or 3 times a week. And, like, I'm very used to it. And at first, the first time I did it, it was really, like, it wasn't bad. Second time I did it, it got to me. Like, my body was like, this is a lot. And it was, like, very tiring. And then after the second time doing it, it just became, like, easier, I feel like. And then, like, every once in a while, it's, like, kind of challenging. And for some reason, yesterday was a time that it like, was kind of more challenging for me. And it's not that I, like, couldn't do anything. It was just kind of, like, for some reason afterward, I was really tired. And, like, I was just really tired. And, like, I wasn't, like, sleepy. I was just, like, oh, like, I just went through it. Luckily, for extra training, it was, like, more, like, meditation. Like, peaceful, like, that sort of thing. But it was really great. And I love you, Sam. But, like, I'm very excited now because, like, something that I have been waiting to do, like, and here's the thing, the little girl in our family, like, she's not, I feel like you have to really experience it, you have to really be aware. Like, what I mean by that is, like, to experience the life-changing, like, sort of side of, like, when you experience, like, hip-hop or improv. Now, I can't speak for all styles because with all styles, it was a lot of fun with every style. But I feel like for me, I got that, like, more from hip-hop and improv. But I feel like you have to be aware of, like, being able to, like, I feel like at a point to where, like, I'm figuring out how to word it. Because for me, it's hard to word, I feel like. I feel like you have to be aware of what's going on. You, like, can't be stuck in, like, you can't have, like, a toddler brain. And what I mean by that is, for me, like, up until a later age, I had a toddler brain. I was unaware of what was going on. I knew I woke up in the morning, I knew, like, like, empty and waste baskets because that was, like, my starting, like, chore to, like, start teaching me, like, chores and that sort of thing. And also, like, like, you have to be aware of life. Like, what I mean by that is, like, I had a toddler brain for a while. Well, I knew wake up, you empty waste baskets, like, that sort of thing. Like, that's what I was kind of aware of for me. And then it's, like, school, like, food, like, I knew eating, like, food, and, like, sleeping, and then school, and then playing. Like, it was like I was limited on what, like, I wasn't aware of, like, you could, like, I wasn't fully aware of more than that. It was like, I feel like you have to be at a point to where you're more aware of what's going on. Like, you're more, like, not so young. Like, you're not, like, I would say, and you can't really, for me anyway, I could be wrong, because everyone is different. But for me, I kind of choose to wait until, like, closer to, like, 10 and or 11 years old to, like, I even consider, like, I trying to, like, teach Bella or someone, like, the, like, whole, like, life-changing side of, like, hip-hop and improv. Everyone's different, and everyone chooses to do it different. And I feel like, but for me, that's how I like to do it. I feel like that's, like, the, like, perfect starting point. And Bella, in my opinion, has always been very mature. Like, she's always been very, like, mature and responsible. Like, even when she doesn't have to be, she still is. I feel like, and that's not a bad thing at all. It's not like, it's the sort of thing responsible and, like, and you tell her, like, no, you're not doing this, and you, like, explain why. Or, like, something like that. She's, like, responsible. And, like, and you tell her a secret, and you tell her not to tell someone, she, like, does, like, you can trust her. I love you, Sam. I'm gonna say peace out. And so I'm excited that the next time I see her, I get to, like, kind of share that more with her. Because nobody in our family I have gotten to, well, nobody in general, well, other than I feel like my dance friends, and have I gotten to, like, I really, like, I embrace, like, this more life-changing side of dance. Because, and even then, like, my dance friend that's in dance class. Peace out.